What's up, guys, and welcome back to episode 45 of Under the Lights podcast with Lucas, Bray, and Brennan. Got a good one for you guys tonight. Get to talk a little bit about uh, some Tennessee stuff, some college football stuff. Not only that, but the best time of the year is back. We've got high school football coming back in with week one. We have college football coming back in with some week zero games. We will not be picking any of those just because we didn't wasn't too many good ones, so we decided to save that to week one for a full slate. Um, as you can see, we've got Brennan joining us back. Lucky to have him. Hard to get this guy back on the podcast, but
Yeah,
luckily he is joined back with us
good to be back.
tonight. We also have a special guest, one of the best guys that I personally know. Bray and Brennan can attest to that. No one better than Brycen Coomer.
What's up, guys? Glad to be here. I feel honored to be on the show. It's a true honor. Glad to have me.
Hey, well, we're glad to have you on here with us tonight. The first thing we'll kind of get in talking about, and you can join in as much or as little as you want. We've got the SEC just put out a statement today. I went too far. Let me back up and say Arion Carter, his suspension was a 2-game suspension. Now they've dropped that down to a 1-game suspension. Bray, how did we'll just kind of go around the room. We'll go Bray and Brennan, then go to Bry.
Yeah, it's a joke. He was even suspended for 2 games in the first place. Now, I mean, it's 1. It's still stupid, but good thing we're playing Furman, and we'll get him back for Georgia Tech.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree with what Bryce said. I mean, I think it's bogus that he even got suspended in the first place. I mean, they're talking about how these people are coming back from the NFL trying to get back in play college football and all that stuff, and like they were trying to have no repercussions for them. They were just going to come right back in and play. Like this doesn't make sense. Like college sports are just turning into a whole joke.
Absolutely. I mean, I think Bray he has a one-liner on here for a couple different affiliations or a couple different, the VHSL, the NCAA, and the SEC. And I think he kind of says it best whenever he says all this. But Bryson, what's your thoughts kind of on the suspension?
Well, I was just going to relay what Brennan said. We got these pros out here trying to come back. And this is because of Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin has single-handedly just destroyed college sports. It ain't just football. It's basketball. It's every sport. We have these pros, but we're going to suspend one of our guys for 2 games, and then they want to try to knock it down to 1 to make it look like they've done something somewhat right. We don't need him versus Furman, but we got him back versus Georgia Tech, and that's the one I care about.
Absolutely. Could not agree with you more. The good news is that just took that off the face. Bro. Jeez. The good news is not too long before we're actually recording this, the SEC has put out a notification on their X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, following meetings with the presidents, chancellors, and athletic directors of the Southeastern Conference. The SEC will enforce the following policy. An SEC institution is not permitted to have an athlete on its roster who was 1, previously declared for the NFL, NBA, or WNBA draft and did not appropriately withdraw. 2, signed a contract with an NFL or other professional football league, NBA/G League, or WNBA or affiliate team. 3, been listed on an NFL or other professional football league, NBA/G League, or WNBA or affiliate roster. The commissioner is authorized to enforce this expectation with penalties against member institutions. I mean, that just being put out at 7 o'clock Eastern time for us, which I personally think is a really good thing. That means that you're no longer allowed to play these guys. But the question kind of becomes is, what will this reinforcement be? I mean, is it going to be a forfeit? Is it going to be a slap on the wrist for some teams? But if Tennessee was to do it, it's Katie bar the doors. It's the death penalty, as Brad's
I'm
kind of
I'm
alluded to before.
sure that there'll be a bunch of players file lawsuits and they'll somehow get granted ability to play through the in-state courts.
And then this is my kind of take on it. Like again, I'll be interested to see how it holds up in court. And I get the conferences are their own separate entities compared to the NCAA. So I don't know what judges can do about that. But I mean, I do see some teams like LSU still have guys that are going to attempt to play. And I would assume it's just going to be a little fine, nothing that's going to affect them that much. That's just my take.
Absolutely. Bray?
Yeah, just basically what they said. Like, I think some teams are going to be able to get away with it.
Yeah. You know, we've kind of left out the big piece of the puzzle here, and I saved it for last just because I wanted to be greedy. But the big news coming out of Knoxville, Tennessee, is one that I think we all wanted to hear. Brennan's gone forever, but one that we all kind of wanted to hear, which is that Faison Brandon is QB1. I know it's what I wanted to hear. I know it's what Brennan and Bray wanted to hear. Brycen, kind of tell us your thoughts there, and then we'll go round table on that.
I'm glad that Coach Heupel has finally decided to start a freshman quarterback, first freshman quarterback at Tennessee to start an opener since 04. That was around a good time for us, so hopefully we can return to that. Brings a lot of upside, I feel like that to Brandon, that shows coach has got confidence in you, starting you as a freshman. I see 10-2 all day, 9-3 at worst, 11-1. I think he's going to do phenomenal.
I love it. I love where you're at. Love to hear the 9-3, 10-2, 11-1 comments. Brennan, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I kind of agree with Brycen. Like, I'm glad we finally got a guy named, and I'm really glad that it's Faison, not only because he's like really good, highly touted 5-star recruit, but also I'm excited to see a true freshman starting. Honestly, we'll have him for multiple years. Hopefully, I don't think he'll ever transfer, and pray to God he doesn't have any injuries, but hopefully we'll have him for a few years. And because we've never, in the Heupel era, we've never had a back-to-back starter. I know Hooker done it for 2 years, but Joe Milton was actually the starter at the beginning of that season. So I'm excited to see how it pans out.
And that's what I wanted to add. Like him starting this year, I think that gives a pretty good shot that he'll stay at Tennessee next year.
Yeah.
If Coach Heupel decided to start McIntyre, you kind of get iffy there. Might want to transfer. Feel like coach don't have any confidence in you, but
absolutely. I mean, I think it's a great thing starting him. Not only because of the high talent, the 5-star recruit, but also, I look at a lot of clips of practices that are posted on YouTube, and you can just tell his pocket presence, his awareness in the pocket is very good. His throw on the run ability is really, really, really well. The deep ball accuracy is very good. And the kid's quick too. And I think that's kind of something that GMAC doesn't have. And GMAC may decide to transfer out. That may be something that happens come December. And honestly, if it does, okay. I mean, I whatever. Like, yes, you're going to be the backup for the next few years. If you want to go play at Charlotte or James Madison or something like that. But this is SEC big boy ball. You're 6'5" and you weigh 210 or 130 pounds. So that's just kind of my opinion. Bray, what do you think?
Yeah, I like throwing Faison in the fire now just to get him ready for not only this year getting the experience, but I think our next year team and our 2028 team could do some really good things. So it's good to kind of just throw him in the fire now, and we can really see what he's about.
Absolutely. And now we kind of get to the moment I feel like everybody that watches has really kind of been waiting for. Like I alluded to earlier in the intro, high school football is back. We're back with week 1. We've got the Cumberland District, we've got the Hoagahigi, we've got Southwest, and we've also got the Mountain 7 for you guys tonight. Going to be picking all these games -1. We'll get to start it off with Burton, Unaka, and I mean, may as well let Brycen take the court here in your first.
J.I. Burton. Enough said.
Burton.
Absolutely, Burton.
Burton.
I'll take Burton. I like to hear it.
I like that. Enough said.
Enough said. This one, I feel like we could kind of split a little bit on this one. You've got Twin Springs taking on Northwood.
Bryce.
I don't know much about either team. I don't know much about a lot of teams, but I'm going to have to go with the Titans on this one.
Nice take.
I'm Titans as well.
I will be taking Northwood.
I'm going Northwood as well.
Like the split, baby.
We had Coach Burke on the podcast a couple weeks back. Great guy. I think great things are happening over in Nicholsville. Can't wait to kind of see him get that first win under his belt. I know he's doing great things over there in Nicholsville. So hopefully it does happen. I hope he proves me wrong. But I've got to take Northwood in this one. The next game, we've got Castlewood taking on Bland County.
Bland County, I don't think Castlewood has won a game in 2 or 3 years. Sorry, Castlewood, but Bland County.
Brennan,
Not
who you
really.
going?
Brycen normally knows everything he's talking about. He's all knowing. So I'm going to follow him.
Give me the Cougars of Bland County.
Bears.
Cougars.
It's the Bears.
Give me the Bears.
A full
Bears.
sweep. Go Bears.
Go Bears.
Go Bears. The Bland County Bears are taking the full sweep here on Under the Lights podcast. Hopefully they can pull off the win. Next up, probably going to be another full sweep as you've got the Eastside Spartans taking on the Central Warriors.
Eastside coming in, probably the favorite to win it. Probably the state championship in 1A. Does Rappahannock have them guys back from last year?
I think Eastside's headed in as the favorite, honestly.
Yep, I would. Yeah, Eastside. It's going to be Eastside as name the score.
Yep.
I agree.
I'm going to go Eastside too. I'm Central seems to be heading the right direction with the new coaching staff and everything. I mean, their coach is a proven winner, proven coach. So I'm excited to see what they have headed for them this year.
Absolutely. I mean, my main thing is I don't know what Central will have this year. The reason for my
Colton Elkins, their running back last year, that
I
lit us up.
That's a little chuckle there from Brian.
yeah, forgot to mute. Yeah, the Elkins kid, I know he'll be pretty good, but I just think Eastside has too many guys.
Yeah.
So I think Eastside picks the score in this one.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
The last game coming out of the Cumberland District, you got Thomas Walker taking on Cumberland Gap.
Watching Cumberland Gap in the scrimmage there 2 weeks ago that we traveled to at Middlesboro, I'm going to go Cumberland Gap on this one.
We didn't
I'm going T-Dub.
That's Claiborne, Bryce.
play Claiborne.
Oh, they played Claiborne. Who did we watch?
We played Claiborne.
We played Claiborne.
Oh, we did play Claiborne. Thomas Walker. Then.
He was
Sorry.
so
Got the teams mixed up. I was confident in my pick, boys.
Yeah.
But got the teams mixed up.
Like it.
I'm
Thomas
going.
Walker.
I'm going.
Give me
T-Dub.
Tom Walker.
Give me the Pioneers.
Give me the Hall ball.
Yeah, I mean, what a staff down there. The Hall brothers. You got Josh Perry,
Lehigh
Ray
legend,
Adams,
Brady
Yeary, Bryce Garant, and many others that Awesome, some good guys down there. Now we get to move on to the Hogo. First game, we've got Chilhowie taking on Marion.
Chilhowie named the score.
I agree.
I just think Chilhowie is going to be too much for Marion this year.
And they came off a good season last year. 7 or 8 wins, I think, for Chilhowie. One of them contenders in that district. You never know. But coming off a strong season, I'm going to name the score versus the Hurricanes.
I
agree. Dang, a lot of sweeps tonight.
Yeah.
The next one you got Holston taking on Eastern Montgomery.
Holston.
Sorry.
Holston, not a good showing last week against Southern Gap. However, they will bounce back and defeat Eastern Montgomery this week.
Yeah.
I
agree.
Holston. Do they still have that one kid, that running back? Tweed? Brenham?
I have no idea.
I can't remember.
I can't imagine Eastmont has much. They used to like that QB sneak, though.
Now, when we played in my sophomore year, they had a running back that was freshman year. They had a running back who was really good.
Emery.
7 years ago.
Long time.
Crazy to think about. Next game, probably one of the biggest games name-wise we have tonight in the Coal Bowl. Honaker, Lebanon. I know we played Honaker last week in the benefit game, and I'll just go ahead and tell you, physical up front, the receivers they have are insanely good. I mean, 6'4", 6'5", 6'4", all physical. And I'll just also go ahead and say it. They have the best quarterback in probably the state of Virginia on their team in Parker. So
I'll say this side of Roanoke. I don't really know what all's in the state. But.
I mean, I think he led the state in passing yards last season, or was second.
He's really good. And they're going to win the Coal Bowl.
He can spin.
He's a stud. With that being said, I will be taking
the
Honaker Tigers.
We're all picking Honaker.
Lebanon, losing race. Won't recover. Honaker by 3 touchdowns.
I like it.
Yeah.
I agree.
Next up, we've got the Graham G men taking on Bluefield.
I've been debating back and forth on this game. However, it's going to be Bluefield winning for the second year in a row, I think. Yes, back-to-back. So, Bluefield.
Yeah, I'm going with the Beavers as well.
I also agree, Bluefield. I mean, they got a highly touted quarterback who's really good. And I feel like Graham's going to have trouble stopping him, which, I mean, Graham, they got some really good athletes that fly around the field too. I mean, Gage Palmer, he's committed to ETSU. Campbell Fix, he's one of the best athletes in Southwest Virginia all around. But, I mean, I feel like it's going to be a dogfight. A lot of penalties, always is. But scrappy game, 2 rivals. It's going to be a good game, but I'm going Bluefield.
Absolutely. I'm also going to take Bluefield in this one. I mean, there's a very, very high chance that they win the state championship in their respective division. So, with that being said, it's another clean sweep. We all go Bluefield. Next up, probably another clean sweep here, as you've got Gate City taking on Richlands.
Yeah.
Blue Devils.
Gate City named the score.
Give me House Rat and Crew.
Yeah, I've got Gate City as well. I think it does not matter what happens. I know Richlands, if what I've read is correct, dealing with some injuries. I think a couple, or at least one, is season ending. So,
hey,
Richlands
middle school. Richlands middle school team defeating Graham 30-0.
I've seen that.
Per SouthwestVirginiaSports.com.
Yeah, hey. Yeah, I've got Gate City in this one. Now we get to jump into some Mountain 7 football. what we all say, I mean, I'm sure we all would say this at least. I'll let these other guys kind of bounce in here. Is the hardest district to play in football, baseball, basketball, whatever it may be, this side of Roanoke, probably in Virginia.
I agree. It's really tough. I played in it all 4 years. Experienced some highs, experienced some very lows. So
Can't really say much more other than it's tough, boys.
mhm.
Better come ready to play every week. Week in,
Every
week out.
week, gotta come ready to play.
Absolutely. First game we get to kind of jump into. You've got Abingdon taking on John Battle.
You know, Abingdon comes in a team of questions. Not a good end to the year last year. However, it won't matter for week 1 versus John Battle. Abingdon names the score. Go Falcons.
Yeah, I agree with Brycen. I feel like Abingdon just has too much for him. You know, a couple of years, Battle upset them. A couple of years ago, Battle upset them, but I don't feel like that's going to happen this year. Abingdon's feel like they're going to be a little chip on their shoulder from last year. You know, they had kind of a down year last year, so I feel like they're – and I follow their strength page on Twitter, and they got them boys working down there. Like, they got some dogs down there at Abingdon, so I'm going to go Abingdon.
Yeah. Excited to see interested to see what kind of football team they put out there.
Absolutely. I am as well. I mean, you lose a lot from last year's squad. I mean, one of your better players is now committed to play, or is playing at West Virginia University. But you still get back the Dillo kid, and that kid is a freak of nature. Just to put it slightly, the kid can play. So, yeah, I've got Abingdon picking the score in this one as well. Don't think it'll be close at any point in the game. You've got the next game. You've got Ridgeview taking on Southern Gap.
You know, Southern Gap winning their first game in in school history, first game. They win it. That changes Ridgeview names the score.
You know, I think Ridgeview wins this game, but I don't think it's going to be an extreme blowout like others think. You know, I mean, I don't know. Ridgeview's really good. They got a lot of good athletes, but I don't know. I feel like Ridgeview by at least 2 scores. I mean, they could pick the score, but I'm saying 2 scores. I feel like Southern Gap is. I mean, I don't know. Kind of lost thought, but I'm
Southern
going.
Gap's going to try to keep it close.
Yeah.
I want the Wolfpack.
I will be taking the Wolfpack, and I also think that they can name the score. Just don't think this one's going to be close. Besides at the start of the game. Then again, Southern Gap could
All of them are.
surprise me. Yeah, it's fair.
Hey, Krieger and crew, watch out, boys.
Yeah,
Krieger.
I'm surprised you didn't pick Southern Gap.
I thought about it. I always pick Krieger's teams.
You know, I will say they shocked me last week. You know, Holston may have been down. Holston's always a team that goes 5-5, 6-4, but I did not see Southern Gap coming out and winning that first game, and they did pretty handily. So
Yeah.
I'll give them credit, but it's not going to be enough this week.
Agree. Now we get to talk about the big one. I mean, one of the biggest games of the week, in my opinion, and probably in a lot of people around's opinion. You've got the first game as the head guy at Union for Jamie Harless, and you know it's the Battle of Lee, or not the Battle of Lee, Lord. It's I went stupid. Wow, that's crazy. It's the Battle of the Bucket. Gonna be a good one. I truly think that if you're not doing anything on Thursday night, make a trip, go up to Bullock Park, check this one out. It's going to be packed. Probably not going to be a seat there.
Never is.
great atmosphere at Bullet Park. But we'll go round table, and I'll talk a little bit last.
All right, Bryce.
No, I'm going last on this one.
Okay.
All right, bro.
You may
You
lead
got
it off.
Yeah, you can lead it off.
Yeah, excited to see what all goes down Thursday night. Obviously, we didn't have the best of showings against Honecker on Friday, but had a lot of supernatural stuff going on. So, but from what I've heard from you all and some of and Carter and some of the guys like that, practice yesterday was solid, and today was pretty good too. So, yeah, I hope we can bounce back and go up there and give them all they want.
I agree. I mean, Honecker, they threw it all over us, which, I mean, they're going to do that to everybody they play. I mean, they're one of the best 1A offensive football teams that I've probably ever seen, being able to just throw the football around like that. And they've really stepped it up on the defensive side, too. But, and Union's just totally different. They're just looking to run the ball and make you quit, like they say. And but I'm looking for a good game, and so I don't know. I mean, I feel like the guys are ready. I feel like they're ready to go out there and play. So hopefully we come out excited and ready to play. Don't lay an egg like we did last week.
Absolutely. I mean, I think it's going to be a tough one. Always is. Playing Union first is always rough, but you got to love it. Like we kind of alluded to earlier, you can never take a week off in the Mountain 7. Just it's not possible. That's with any team you play. What I will say, kind of what Brennan said, didn't play very well last week against Honecker. Had some things going on and just didn't work out for us. But what I can say is that the guys came in on some of them came in on Saturday and worked really hard, and then came in on Monday and ready to practice, sit in meetings, listen, stayed attentive, and was just ready to focus on the task at hand. Had a really good couple practices the past couple days. Union lost a lot last year. I mean, lost a lot from last year's team, I should say. One of the best senior classes since the 2017 James Mitchell class, in my opinion. Which he's now playing in the NFL. So if that tells you anything. You lose Keith Chandler, who is an absolute stud, playing at UVA Wise now. You lose Bostic, who's also up at UVA Wise. Trying to thought.
Braxton Bunch. Camden Wharton, all-state linebacker.
Still not who I was looking for.
They lost multiple two-way. Well, they really didn't two-way their O-line, D-line, but lost a lot of O-linemen.
The name I was looking for.
The Wall of Big Stone, they lost them, boys.
Yeah.
Carlos Anderson, also up at Wise. Garant, lost him. A lot of guys that,
hard to replace.
Yeah.
Very, very hard to replace. And, I don't know how much different that's going to be. Last year, they love to run the ball still, but they would also throw it around a little bit. This year, as Brennan kind of alluded to, it's predominantly run from what everybody's seen. You watch them play against the Tug Valley team. They weren't very great. Tug Valley, that is. So you don't know really what to take from it. As well as the Elizabethton scrimmage, you don't really know what to take from it, but you do know that they're going to run the ball a lot, and they're going to go up tempo and run it as much as they can.
They're just going to try and bully you.
Absolutely.
That's what their main goal is.
I think this week we've kind of put in a pretty good game plan with the guys, and I think the big thing for them is, just believe they can do it, man.
Yeah.
Believe that you can do something that's never been done before.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that this year we've got the team that can go up there and and shock some people. I really do believe that. But I'll pass it over to Bryson here.
All right. I want to take it back to last year's playoff game versus the Bears. Nobody expected us to really go in there and compete with them. Well, we did for a half. I didn't expect it. I don't think anybody at that game expected it to be. What was the score at halftime?
13-0.
13-0. Yeah, and we had a couple of opportunities to potentially either be tied or be up with them. And the boys competed. They showed some pride. And I hope we feed off that energy from last year. I know we lost some players. I know they lost a lot, but I want to see us start out the season how we ended it last year. And I just want to compete. You want to get over that hump. I know the streak 0-19 now, and you're really playing against yourselves with this one. Like we've always go in there and we see that U on the side of their helmet, or we see it across their jersey, and it's like in years past we kind of just quit. And some years they've just been better than we have been, and you can't do anything about it. But they've been a school 15, 16 years, and I always say, like, I think half of the times that we've played them out of the 19, we've had more talent than they have had. We just haven't found a way to get the job done. And as much as it pains me, the boys seem in high spirits about this week. They said it felt different after losing that badly to Honaker last week. They said it was different on the bus. Not a word was spoken. Maybe that was the change to get over the hump. I just want us to see. I want to see us compete. You want to go in to every week. You want to win. You want to win every game. But in years past, this game has just been a throwaway game for them. It's been like a practice for them. Winning by, they name the score. It's over at halftime. And I just want to see us compete, and I think we will. But as bad as it pains me to say it,
Oh God.
the Union Bears will extend the streak to 20 in a row versus the Generals. And I do think the boys are coming in. They're going to play hard. They're not going to quit. It's not going to happen. I do think we will give the Bears a run. My final score will be 34-16 is going to be my final score.
16. Are we going for 2? At both times.
Yep.
That's a game that I will never pick. I'm sure Brennan will also never pick that one, and Bray probably won't either, to be honest with you. I just won't pick any Lehigh games ever as I coach there. Brennan probably the same as he now coaches with us at Lee.
And I just want to put this out here. I am diehard. I will root for Lehigh for as long as I live. My heart, sweat, blood, soul, tears, whatever you want to say, is in Lehigh, and I hate them more than anybody. I would burn this if it wasn't mine. Or golly, I would burn this if it wasn't somebody else's. I have a video on my phone of burning 2 shirts. I would burn that hoodie over there on that table if it wasn't somebody else's. But I'm a realist. No BS. It's going to be too much for the Generals. There's too much dark magic on that field up there at Bullitt Park.
Well, you guys heard it here first. Brycen is taking the Bears on that one. Like I said, I will never pick this one. Brennan will probably never, and I'm sure Bray won't either. After that, do you guys have anything else? Anything at all?
Picked against us because
prove me wrong is what I want. Just prove me wrong.
That's why I'm glad you picked against us.
So you got the Lehigh, whatever you want to call me, the crazy man, the Lehigh crazy. And I picked against them. So
I'm sure Brian would be ecstatic for his pick to be wrong.
Yes,
I can't wait
Might
to
never see
see.
him again.
But be there. Ultimately, be there. It's going to be everybody from all around the area is going to be at this football game. The excitement around Coach Harless, one of the best coaches this side of Roanoke, probably the best coach this side of Roanoke. 14 coached in 14 region championships in 17 years. 3 state title games or 5 state title games.
I don't recall.
Something around 3, 4,
I
5.
think he's won 3 state titles in 5 appearances, I do believe. So you have that extra excitement. Union ranked number 3 in the WCYB's rankings, preseason rankings. So I'll be interested to see what they have.
Yeah.
Basically a whole brand new team.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of experience on that team, but they have a lot of good athletes. There's a lot of buzz going around how they're saying it's one of the most athletic teams that they've had. But
I can promise you this. They will probably be the most physical team in the Mountain 7. That is Coach Harless's brand. They are going to maul you to death at whatever cost, no matter how less or how much talent
like
they
he
have.
says, he makes people quit.
Makes people quit. And I'll be interested to see. I think the biggest question they probably have is around the quarterback play. We'll see Thursday night. I'm really interested to see the times that they throw the ball, see what they got. But I do think he'll be a solid running quarterback. But we'll see what the defensive line can do against the new wall of Big Stone. The walls of Jericho will be torn down, hopefully.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
The walls of Jericho. Bray, anything else you want to add for tonight?
I think Bryce said everything we needed to hear.
And I got one more point here.
Yeah.
I heard that the corners have struggled. The secondary has struggled for the Bears in their scrimmages and the jamboree that they played in. So that'll be another interesting thing to see if we can take advantage of that. I think the key point for us, we can't have busted coverage every play. We can't. We got to be disciplined on defense. But then the offensive line, which has been the struggle in the past decade, the offensive line, they are going to have to step up to give us a chance in this football game, because you can't win scoring 0 points in any sport. So I'm challenging the offensive line. That is my challenge to the offensive line. You got to step up, and that's going to get us over the top. If the offensive line has a good showing, this game's going to be tight. We're going to score. They're going to have their points too, but if the offensive line shows up, this is going to be an exciting game. Maybe the best one in the series in a long time.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like your take.
So
You don't have anything, Brendan? Do you have anything else?
I mean, not really. I'm excited. I'm really excited to see what all plays out. I'm excited to see what the new era of Union football is all about.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, also your first year coaching in one of these kinds of games, you're used to playing in them. Now you get to see it from the other point of view.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it'll be really, really fun for you. Well, with all that being said, guys, we hope you guys enjoyed. This has been episode 45 of Underlights podcast with Lucas, Bray, and Brennan. Just want to say thank you to Brycen for coming on and joining us tonight, talking with us and making some picks with us.
can't believe y'all have me. I'm wild, boys, but I respect y'all for having me. It's truly an honor, and I'm just glad to be here.
I'm glad we had you. Hopefully we can get you on some more.
Absolutely, man.
For those of you that ain't from here, Brad used to be every visiting teams at Lee High School's gymnasium most hated person. So
it's the world versus Bry the way I see it, and you know what? I do not care.
Just go on.
Your opinion of me affects me zero. So bring it on.
Yes.
Just go on any Lehigh basketball game the past
And there's
5 years.
yes, and there's plenty videos of me versus Union doing some unnamed things. So yeah, you can take a look for those.
Look
at
for
your
the kid in the
own
ref
risk.
shirt.
Yes, either the ref shirt or red hoodie. Normally what I got on. So
Yeah.
I mean,
that's all I
absolutely.
got, boys. I'm done. So
It's been a good one here for episode 45 from us. We hope you guys enjoy. Do not forget to like, subscribe, comment. Let us know some teams we need to be on the lookout for if we missed anybody. Also, let us know about some players we may have missed and not mentioned, who we need to kind of put in the spotlight, who's going to be really, really good for their respective teams this year. And like I said momentarily ago, guys, don't forget, like, subscribe, comment, do all the things, repost, share it to whoever you can. Our goal is to spread Southwest Virginia football and just have a good time while doing it. So like I said, we hope you guys enjoy, and don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. That's been us at Under Lights Podcast with Lucas, Bray, and Brennan for episode 45. Peace out.